In a shocking turn of events that has taken the Chinese entertainment industry by storm, veteran actor William Chan made headlines after he ordered Zhao Lusi's management team to leave the set of their upcoming historical drama, The Eternal Dynasty. The confrontation erupted unexpectedly at Hengdian World Studios, one of China's most renowned filming locations, halting production for nearly 3 hours. Witnesses described a tense scene, raised voices, emotional strain, and an atmosphere thick with disbelief, as Chan, known for his professionalism and calm image throughout his 15-year career, took an unusually firm stance. Sources revealed that the incident stemmed from growing tensions surrounding Zhao Lusi's allegedly exploitative contract with her agency, which had been tightening control over both her professional and personal life. What seemed like a routine disagreement quickly transformed into an explosive act of defiance that challenged long-standing power structures in the entertainment world. The episode has triggered massive public discussion online, with related hashtags surpassing 800 million views within a day, and industry insiders calling it a potential turning point for artists' rights in China's entertainment landscape. What initially appeared as a brief on-set disagreement was, in reality, the eruption of a deeper crisis rooted in injustice and control. According to sources close to the production, tension had been building for weeks between Zhao Lusi and her management company, Jiaxing Media. The young actress, celebrated for her natural charm and sincerity, was said to be trapped in an exploitative long-term contract that heavily restricted her career choices and personal freedom. The agency's interference reportedly extended beyond professional decisions, dictating where Zhao could live, whom she could associate with, and even what she was allowed to share on social media. These revelations came just days before the on-set confrontation, when leaked internal documents exposed the extent of Jiaxing Media's control over the star's private life. William Chan, who had worked alongside Zhao for months, had witnessed her gradual emotional decline, her forced smiles, sleepless nights, and visible distress. Insiders confirmed that his decisive act was not impulsive, but rather the breaking point of weeks of quiet concern. What might have seemed like a heated exchange was, in truth, a moral stand against a system that profits from silencing its own talents. At the heart of the controversy lies Zhao Lusi's deeply exploitative contract with her agency, Jiaxing Media, a deal that industry experts have labeled unconscionable. Signed when Zhao was just 19 years old, the 12-year agreement grants the agency overwhelming control over her career, and even her private life. Under its terms, 70% of her income from acting, endorsements, and public appearances goes directly to the company, leaving the actress with only a fraction of her true earnings. Even more alarming are the personal restrictions. The contract allegedly requires agency approval for her relationships, place of residence, and major purchases, effectively treating her as corporate property rather than a free artist. When Zhao later sought to renegotiate the deal after achieving massive success, Jiaxing Media refused, insisting that their investment in her early career entitled them to long-term profits. The agency also warned of an 80 million yuan penalty if she attempted to terminate the contract, an impossible figure that ensured her continued compliance. Legal experts now question whether such clauses violate Chinese labor and contract laws, calling the case a symbol of the systemic exploitation faced by young talents in Asia's entertainment industry. As filming for the Eternal Dynasty progressed, those around Zhao Lusi began noticing unsettling changes in her demeanor. Once radiant and full of laughter, the actress had grown visibly withdrawn and fragile. Crew members recalled how she would spend long breaks alone in her trailer, eyes red from tears, forcing smiles during filming. Makeup artists noted her dark circles and sleepless nights, often concealing the exhaustion that betrayed her emotional turmoil. Her assistant, usually calm and discreet, was seen making tense phone calls, further fueling speculation that something serious was unfolding behind the scenes. Insiders revealed that the mounting pressure from her agency's intrusive visits, demanding private talks and reprimanding her decisions, had pushed Zhao to a breaking point. William Chan, who worked closely with her, couldn't ignore the signs. Having witnessed her distress firsthand, he grew increasingly protective, recognizing the silent suffering behind her professionalism. What audiences saw as a graceful actress on screen was, in truth, a woman trapped between fear and duty, struggling to maintain composure while fighting invisible chains. Her quiet tears and fragile smiles painted a haunting picture of the psychological toll exacted by a ruthless entertainment system. The breaking point came when representatives from Jiaxing Media began showing up on set without prior notice. Their presence, led by senior manager Chun Wei, cast a shadow over the production. They often pulled Zhao Lusi aside for long, private conversations that left her visibly shaken, sometimes emerging in tears before forcing herself back into character. Crew members recalled the chilling silence that followed each confrontation, as if the entire set could feel her pain. William Chan, whose trailer was nearby, witnessed several of these incidents. Known for his calm professionalism, he found himself growing increasingly disturbed by what he saw. Having once endured restrictive contracts early in his career, Chan understood the devastating impact of exploitation on young performers. His decision to confront the agency was not an impulsive act of anger, but a deliberate stand against systemic abuse. He knew the risk. In an industry where challenging authority could mean career suicide, yet chose integrity over silence. Those close to him described the moment as one of moral courage, where an established star decided to defend what countless others feared to fight for, the dignity and freedom of an artist. Within hours of the confrontation, the incident between William Chan and Zhao Lusi's agency had set the internet ablaze. Hashtags related to the altercation surged past 800 million views on Weibo within a single day, making it one of the most discussed entertainment topics of the year. While fans flooded social media with messages of support for both actors, industry insiders called the moment a watershed event, a rare act of defiance in a system built on silence. Entertainment lawyers began debating the legal and ethical implications of agency contracts, urging reforms to protect artists from predatory clauses. Meanwhile, brands and production partners associated with both stars found themselves walking a tightrope, torn between public sympathy and corporate caution. The movement gained further traction as former child actors and young celebrities started sharing their own stories of mistreatment, inspired by Chan's bold stand. Analysts suggest that this single event could mark a turning point in China's entertainment power structure, where loyalty and silence may finally give way to transparency and fairness. Whether this spark ignites lasting reform or fades under pressure remains to be seen. But for now, the industry's status quo has been undeniably shaken. Beyond the viral headlines and social media frenzy, the confrontation between William Chan and Zhao Lusi's agency symbolizes something far greater, a rare act of courage in an industry long governed by silence and submission. For decades, China's entertainment world has thrived on contracts that bind young talents to powerful agencies, trading freedom for fame. Yet this moment, one actor's refusal to stand by, has reignited conversations about ethics, dignity, and the true cost of success. Observers see it as a potential catalyst for reform, not just in China but across Asia's entertainment ecosystems, where similar exploitative structures persist. The incident has exposed an uncomfortable truth. Beneath the glamour of celebrity lies a system that often prioritizes profit over people. Whether this act of defiance will spark lasting change or be quietly buried under industry pressure remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: William Chan's stand has pierced a long-standing silence, giving voice to countless artists who have suffered in silence. In the history of modern Chinese entertainment, this may be remembered not merely as an on-set conflict, but as the moment when courage confronted control and conscience finally spoke.